Hi, everyone. How are you? I hope that you are well. This is the Love and Money Show. Today, we're going to talk about what is going on in Europe. So, this has to do with solar panels and energy crisis. They're having an energy crisis over in Europe. But before I start, we're going to talk about where is Europe. So, I have my little globe here, and we're going to take a little trip. It's time for a trip, wouldn't you say? But a real trip, not one looking on a globe. But anyway, here's the United States right here. You can see it. And so you get in your plane and you're going to go across this ocean, North Atlantic Ocean. Then here on the top is Europe. And to familiar yourself with Europe, some of the places inside of Europe are Spain. If you've ever been over to Spain, you've been in Europe. Uh, let's see, Italy. Have you been to Italy? You've been in Europe. Have you been to France? If so, you have been in Europe. Let's see here. We got Poland. Um, got a lot of places, but just to give you an idea of where Europe is. And then the other place I'm going to talk about is China. So China is right here next door to Europe. China is a next door neighbor to Europe. So I'm going to talk about what is going on in Europe. They have an energy crisis going on right now. So what Europe is doing is they are scrambling for solar panels. Oh my God, I need a solar panel. So that's what they're doing. So China is selling solar panels to Europe because they're right next door to Europe. In fact, China has sold $14.2 billion, that's with a B, $14.2 billion worth of solar panels to Europe between the months of January and July. So the problem over in Europe, they have this big energy crisis, and the solar panels are in warehouses because they don't have enough people to get up on the roof and install the solar panels. So there's this big clamoring going on for solar panels. The solar panels are over here in the warehouse, and the people in Europe need the solar panels on their roof. See where the problem is? I need my solar panel right here, but the solar panel is in the warehouse. So that's what's going on over in Europe. Very high demand for solar panels. And the people who are making all the money is China. Billions of dollars in solar panels, not enough people to install them. There is a labor shortage over there. Um, there's also a problem at the port. So, as far as getting the solar panel into the location, there's a problem at the port. Then there's also a shortage of computer chips. The computer chips, so the panels, they have what's called an inverter. And the inverter needs this computer chip to work, to process it into electricity. So without the required computer chips, the panel is not going to work correctly. So there is a shortage of computer chips. So those are the three problems when it comes to not having enough people to get on that roof and put the solar panel in, labor shortage, pile up at the ports, and then the shortage of computer chips. Very high demand. Where is my solar panel? I need a solar panel. So that's what's happening over in Europe. As far as China, this is what China's doing. I am counting my money because I sold a billion, not 1 billion, 14.2 billion dollars worth of solar panels to my next door neighbor, which is Europe. So sales have doubled for solar panels within the first half of the year. So all of this has been going on within a couple of months, January to July. And so you might ask, what does this have to do with me? First of all, What does it have to do with love and money? Well, as you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I just thought I would bring this story in because there is something going on with renewable energy. Renewable energy. So look into your stock portfolio and see if you have anything that relates to renewable energy. Anything that has to do with electricity, maybe some companies that make solar panels, anything that has to do with energy. So China has a whole bunch of companies that makes solar panels. So yes, that is over in a different location. What's going on between Europe and China? However, as you know, what happens in other places is not too far away from what comes over here. So renewable energy, there's something going on very important. Renewable energy. So just keep that in mind when you look at your investments. Of course, if you already have broad-based index funds or ETFs, then you should be fine. But it's just something else to consider, considering things that have to do with energy. Because, like I said, China just sold $14.2 billion worth of solar panels over to Europe. So, whatever is going on over in Europe is uh, pretty important. So, China's getting rich over solar panels right now. Renewable energy. This is the Love and Money Show. If you like this show, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. Hit that share button. Share it. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Also, tune into the channel on Sundays. On Sundays, I interview other people. I interview millionaires, multimillionaires, and entrepreneurs. They will be on the show talking about their businesses. They already have successful businesses, so they come onto the show and they are willing to share. So just make sure that you tune in on Sundays. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But Sunday is the day for the interviews. So keep that in mind. Also, I will be coming out with a stock class in a couple of weeks. If you're interested in learning more on how to invest in the stock market, I am your woman. So that will be coming out in a couple of weeks. You can contact me if you're interested. My email is info@elevationmentor.com. So this is the Love and Money Show. Again, if you like the show, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. Hit that share button. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Also, if you know other people who are interested in building wealth, refer them over to the channel so they could check out some of the interviews when I bring on the entrepreneurs, millionaires, multimillionaires on Sundays. And then leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your night.